What is up, guys? So happy to have you back here at the Comics Lounge, lounging one more time. This is episode 5. I can't wait to start talking about this with the Spider's Lair. Alex will be joining us in a little bit. Let the beat drop. Definitely Spider Lair is joining. Love that guy. Awesome. Hey, sounds good. Bring on the Spider Lair. All right. So it's kind of crazy because we've been talking a lot about Spider-Man and everything like Venom versus Spider-Man related. And it's crazy to think that we could easily be seeing this shift from Tom Holland Spider-Man back to Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Sorry, trying to help Spider Lair join. All right. Can we get a beat going in here? Let's see. Let's get some lo-fi rocking tonight. It's always fun to have the lo-fi going. I actually do a lot of lo-fi in my classroom, so it's kind of different. So anyways, Soul, that was for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm not a DJ, so I got the headphones to be one, but I'm not one. So it's crazy to think that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man could become once again the main Spider-Man in the Sony Spider-Verse, and there's a lot of speculation around the reasons why. And mainly it's because of what we saw at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Also including that the Spider-Man No Way Home, the More Fun Stuff edition, includes a lot more of Peter 3's Spider-Man. A lot more lines from him, a lot more interesting new stuff. And it basically is supposed to be, I haven't been able to go see it yet. It's supposed to be like this reintroduction, I should say, to his spider persona. And I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. I've always thought that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was one of the best Spider-Men. One of the best ones from any version of Spider-Man. And that is to say that even better than the original Tobey Maguire of the modern era of movies, I strongly believe that he is the best with the quips, the best to fit a Peter Parker of modern times. Tobey definitely played a very good Peter Parker, but kind of lost it over the years. Kind of moved away from the Peter Parker that made him so good in some of the first Spider-Man movie, and then the start of the second Spider-Man movie. I thought that he got a little too cocky. He grew. Spider-Man started to mesh into the Peter Parker version of him, and I thought that was interesting because I thought for sure that they weren't going to do that, and wanted to make sure that it was all going just fine, and it didn't. It didn't mesh together well. It didn't really work out that well for him. And then you throw him into Spider-Man 3, and they just lost it completely. Emo dancing Spider-Man was not fun to watch in any sense of the word. It was difficult, to say the least, to rewatch it recently and to think, okay, is this what it should have been? And yeah, they were rushing. Yeah, they were trying to figure a lot out. But I thought for sure that they'd be able to pull it together. And I thought maybe it was just like it wasn't right for the time period. But it says... Sorry, guys. So yeah, it's kind of crazy because it basically is one of those ones that kind of killed the franchise. And I mean, it literally killed the franchise. They had to end up rebooting it simply to make it back into a different Spider-Verse, Spider-Man-esque movie. And that's where Andrew Garfield Spider-Man came in. And as I said, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, the Venom symbiote still looked cool. In which version? The original, the Raimi universe, the Webb universe, or as he is right now, or no, there was none in the Webb universe. Sorry, the Raimi universe or the current Venom. I personally like the current Venom. I wish they would have done more with him. Obviously, they can't simply because they didn't want to tie him to Spider-Man, and I understand that piece. But Spider 3, I agree. Venom did have a certain, like, he had a good look to him, but he fell flat. The Topher Grace was not the right character, was not the right actor for that character. And I honestly felt that Venom should have either been his own villain or kind of like the side villain in a way. Like he gets the black suit, and then we see Eddie Brock get Venom, but then not actually play that out until Spider-Man 4. It was like, yes, exactly, sold twice. It was bad casting, just completely horrible casting. Sandman was phenomenal. Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, I could even argue that that is bad casting, but Topher Grace by far was the worst casting in any Spider-Man film ever. Ever. I stand by that fact because it stands to reason that if he was any bit good, he would have been able to play that character in the best way possible. And he just, like I said, the whole thing, not just bits and pieces of it, but the whole thing fell flat. Every scene that he was in just was brought down a notch. Even that scene with the Venom symbiote falling off of Peter and falling onto Eddie was just, I can't even explain how cringy it was. It just wasn't there. There was something missing there. And it struggled. The whole thing struggled. And it struggled to make it possible to enjoy it. It was not an enjoyable film. It, like I said, it did not stand the test of time. It has fallen to the wayside in pop culture, unfortunately, even though Spider-Man 2 is probably one of the best Spider-Man movies ever created. And to say the least, Spider-Man 2 was a perfect lead into Spider-Man 3. And then they realize, I feel like they took the second Green Goblin and just kind of, okay, now everything's perfectly A-okay. Like, no worries. Yeah, my dad killed himself. Yeah, I guess I can live with that explanation. Like, are we really just going to take that at face value and say, yeah, I guess that's a good enough explanation. I guess we can roll with the punches on that one. No worries. Like, you're going to tell me that Spider-Man 2, Harry absolutely hated Spider-Man. He despised him. He was like the worst fan of all. And so much so that he was willing to become the Green Goblin, willing to do all of that just in order to avenge his father. And then all it took was for his butler to say, I know that your father was not the man he said he was. Just so you know, by the way, he killed himself. It was his blade. It wasn't on purpose, but it was his blade. And then just like that, a switch is flipped and it's like, oh, okay, I guess you're right. I guess that's good enough for me. That's the reason. Yep. Okay. Let's go with that one. That's good enough. And it's like, but it's not good enough. It shouldn't be good enough. It shouldn't be this quasi writing. Like, it was lazy writing to just have him be the guy, have him be the new Green Goblin just to support Spidey. And I don't know, there was something about it that just didn't seem right and didn't seem good. And within that, it struggled significantly. It struggled hardcore. I don't know. Like I said, it fell so flat for me that it made me want to turn it off, but I still wanted to continue to research that and be like, am I being hard on this? Am I nitpicking? Am I justifiably saying that I wasn't a fan, or was it so much so that it sucked? I mean, that was my struggle as a fan. And I don't know. I want to see them do justice and not just kind of say, yeah, we're going to do Venom because fan service. Because that's what DC does. And I don't like the way DC plays that off. Oh, no worries. It was fan service. Not everything can be fan service. Sometimes things have to make sense, even if it's going to piss off the fans. It might piss off the fans to no end. It might completely destroy the fans. And if it completely destroys the fans, guess what? That is what it is. I'm trying to figure out where Spider's lair is. He's tried to join twice. All good, buddy. He's going to try to figure out if his laptop will help him. While I'm waiting, it is kind of awesome because right now we are doing a really amazing incentive for new members. So you can subscribe. Subscribing is free. It still helps us out, and we absolutely love it. I want to give an incentive to all members because being a member of the Comics Lounge should mean something. It should go beyond just what's the best way to say it? It should go beyond just putting money towards the channel. So for those of you who don't know, I just started a comic book club at the school I work at, and it's going awesome. Right now we're doing a lot with Star Wars Visions. We're going to move into Shang-Chi. We're doing a lot with like Asian creators this month. And then next month we're going to do African creators and kind of like move into different stuff. And it's kind of crazy because that's where the membership money, I want it to go. I want to be able to take those kids on field trips, to go see the movies, to meet some creators. And Alex, also working in a school. What is up, buddy? How are you?
What's up? I heard the membership money is going to drugs. What are we doing? I thought we were keeping it on the down low.
You nailed it.
I got back from work. It was good. It was a light day today. Not that many students because it's homecoming.
Okay.
Homecoming football game. It's weird. When you were in high school. All right, very quick. How are you doing, Chris? Before I get on this tangent.
I'm doing good.
It's good. You having a good week?
Yeah, it's been a good week. I found out I'm actually teaching a whole nother class that I didn't even know I was going to be teaching.
Oh, nice. What class is it?
Picking up some slack for some slack asses. Luckily, they don't watch the channel, so.
Aww.
No, one of our teachers got a new job at a different district that's closer to home for her, so decided to take that job and leave us.
So she was selfish and took the job? I'm just kidding.
Yep. She made a choice for her family and not for her school family.
I know.
Damn her. So yeah, I'm going to be teaching 7th grade math. Only one section of it, and then I'm currently teaching 6th grade math. So
that's nice.
It's fun. Yeah.
That's good. As long as you're happy with it.
I'm anxious and nervous all at the same time, but it will be what it will be. We'll get there.
You got this. I believe in you. The community believes in you.
Definitely.
What's up, Soul Trice? Out of Conchu, World 3 Comics LCS. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it.
I think it's Worldwide Comics.
Oh, Worldwide Comics. Sorry, what else? World War 3. I don't know why.
I don't know if 301 is an area code or I don't know why the E, O, and I are numbers, but it is what it is.
It's encrypted.
And who knows if they're even a legit LCS? Maybe they just went with that.
Well, anyways, yeah. When you were in high school, did you have a homecoming football game? And right after it was the homecoming dance?
No.
Yeah, because apparently this high school at Atwater is like 30 minutes away from Merced. They have the homecoming game tonight, and the game and the dance is right after. I was promised Spider Layer.
He's on his way, Soul Twice. He tried to join like 5 times. And his computer wasn't hooking up, so he's trying on his laptop right now.
So Soul Trice, I'm not good enough for you then? Okay, I see how it is. I thought we were homies. So yeah, you had the football game the night before, right?
So we actually, the high school I went to, we were a very small high school, so we didn't have a football team.
Oh,
So we had our homecoming game was a soccer game,
all right.
and then I don't think we actually had a homecoming dance.
Huh.
If we did, I never went to it.
So you're the wrong person to ask then.
I guess. I do know. So the
I've
school I
had-
work at
Oh, so sorry.
had
Come on. You wish you had me playing times.
the school I work at had their homecoming on Saturday, their homecoming game Saturday, but I believe the dance was Friday night. So like they did Friday into Saturday, so that way.
Yeah, that's because remember when I was in high school back in Goleta, we had the homecoming game the Friday before, and Saturday night we had homecoming.
Yeah,
And it's weird, like this homecoming dance. What I'm hearing when students starts at 11. I guess it only goes to like, or starts at 10 or 11 and ends at like at 1.
weird.
I know. I was like, it's not even worth going. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always had prom and ball, 8th grade formal. Every now and again, we had a Valentine's Day dance. There was like a Sadie Hawkins dance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was pretty much the extent of ours. Was there a dance in Spider-Man Homecoming?
I get it. I don't think. Well, yeah, there was. Remember,
Oh yeah,
he was supposed to go with the girl he liked, the Vulture's
right.
daughter, and he dips.
Vulture's daughter.
And then he's like, "What are you doing, Ned? I'm watching porn." It's like, what? Of all the things you could do.
Yep. What are you doing? Drugs.
Yeah. I guess porn is a better option if you really think about it. If you really think about it, would you rather a student be watching porn than doing drugs?
Yeah.
If
I
you had
don't
to
know.
choose?
I don't know what I would rather be doing in school. I feel like I'll take door number 3 and not do either.
Yeah.
I feel like I just say I needed a quiet space to just kind of chill because I have social anxiety.
No, I meant like not you doing. I mean, what would you rather have caught the student doing?
Oh.
Not you personally.
Both are illegal.
Well,
I feel like
no, one's a violation, one is illegal. One's against
True.
policy.
I
Chad,
don't
can you
know.
guess
I
which
feel
one's
like
which?
you wouldn't catch them with their pants down. I don't know. I've had teachers catch students in the act of everything you could imagine. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I don't think there's one that's better than the other.
All right, never mind then. Your school
Yeah,
is
our high school took, so not just at the school I work at, but like I have teacher friends from all over. Our high school took the doors off of the bathroom stall, or off not the bathroom stalls, off the bathrooms, so that way the kids couldn't close the door.
Yeah.
So they would get like the cloud from the vape or the cloud from the cigarette or the cloud from the joint would be caught immediately.
Yeah. Depending,
So
like, some of the students, like before I worked there, they let me know, hey, we have a policy that no two students could go to the bathroom at the same time because they would go in there with smoke. Apparently, it's like, damn, kids these days, they don't know how to be secret.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, that's our school talk for this portion, our school portion of the comics lounge. We got to vent off our chest since it's been a week since we've been dealing with kids.
Oh yeah.
I love you too, Night Upon Shoe.
Have you seen the teachers podcast?
Is that a comic thing or it's like a teacher's podcast?
It's like a legit teachers podcast. Like teachers who have either quit or like they're still teachers.
Is it fun?
Yeah. They have a bunch of like crazy stories. That's another place that I heard like a big story.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, is it called the Teachers Podcast? Just that?
it's off-duty teachers, I think.
I'm gonna look
Off-duty
that up.
teachers podcast.
Hmm.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you.
It's really good.
I want to look that. I want to do
And
that.
so funny too, because it's funny to hear that this isn't like an us thing, like a United States thing. It's a world thing that all teachers are facing right now, especially since COVID. That it's just absolute craziness.
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
But with that being said, what are your thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man 3 and it being Venom versus Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and that leads into them having to team up against Carnage?
Sorry, I was chewing. Yeah.
All good.
That's really cool. I would like that idea. I like that idea. Because that's or like be similar to Maximum Carnage, right? Yeah, because they do team up to go up against Carnage, don't they?
Yeah.
Maximum Carnage.
Yep.
That'd be cool. Like do one film. I mean, like all this happening in one film, or the leading up to a next film where they go against Carnage.
So I'm thinking Amazing Spider-Man 3 would be
Venom
Andrew Garfield getting the black suit. So he says that he's pulling his punches. So hear me out. He is struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is absolutely like beside himself, especially after seeing his dad and seeing that his dad is still alive, possibly finding out that his mom is dead. Having all of that, still kind of dealing with Gwen's death, even though he was able to save MJ in No Way Home, but still kind of like not feeling completely redeemed yet, and still struggling with like pulling his punches and like all of that kind of stuff. So with all that being said, since he is struggling to pull his punches and he is getting more vindictive and darker, the symbiote starts to latch onto him.
Mm-hmm. But wasn't him finding out his father was alive? Wasn't that a deleted scene though?
Yes.
Because I don't know if they would go that well unless they want to. That's what I think. Since it wasn't actually in the original movie, how would they go around that? Do we go to re-release Spider-Man with the deleted scene in it?
I don't know. My thought is they would keep him, would put that scene into Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Oh yeah. I was just about to say that. Maybe they put that scene in, like in the beginning.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That can work. I like that. That is like a lot of stuff to unpack for Peter, for him to deal with and everything, going to a new reality, and yeah, not pulling. But so does that mean a part of a symbiote, like a part of Venom, will just like break off and go to Spider-Man? Because he's still attached to Eddie.
Yeah. So I'm almost wondering, like, here's my thought process. When Eddie gets back, when Andrew gets back, that's when he goes to visit the grave. That's when his father sees him. And his father may have even felt the rift, because his father probably knew that he was Spider-Man if he's been alive all this time. He's been hiding in the shadows. He probably has people in high places or knows that something is capable. And his dad's no dummy. My theory is the reason why the decay rate algorithm works for Peter and not for Doc Connors is because Father Parker, I can't think of his name right now. Peter's dad.
Daddy Parker.
I can't think of his name. It's like right on that.
Just call him Daddy.
Richard Parker, isn't it?
No.
Is it? I don't know.
Anyways.
Anyways, so Daddy Parker used Peter's blood or DNA in some way, shape, or form to lock the decay rate algorithm. And that's why when the spider bit him, he got powers without side effects.
So he planned it all along?
I don't think he planned it. I think that eventually Peter would find the decay rate algorithm. He knew that his son was very scientifically minded. And if it ever needed to be used, Peter would be the one who could use it. But also, no one at Oscorp would know how to use it because they didn't know that, Richard Parker used Peter's DNA, blood, whatever, to lock the algorithm.
Can you explain? Can you explain the algorithm? Because I think I missed that. Because it's been a long time since I saw the Spider-Man, and I think I missed that detail.
So in Amazing Spider-Man, the decay rate algorithm was something that Richard Parker came up with, so that way he could use other species and do cross-species genetics.
Mm-hmm.
But he was worried that Oscorp would try to use that the way that Doc Connors did, like for evil, and that it would turn out wrong, and they would try to basically create a species that could, whether knowingly or not, but could overpower the human race. And that if they did cross-species genetics with the wrong species, then it would have very negative effects. So the decay rate algorithm basically determined this is the algorithm that allows for the host body to not decay and the new genome to still thrive. That was my understanding of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Basically, Peter can have spider powers and still be human, and his DNA meshes together with those spider powers. Doc Connors, because, and again, this is only a theory, but because his DNA is not Peter's DNA, and they didn't know to use Peter's DNA in the decay rate algorithm, the algorithm is there, but he turns into a lizard when he grows that arm, and when he turns back into a human, it decays. So therefore being the decay rate algorithm.
It's interesting. I like that. Kind of reminds me of when in Russia they were trying to use experiments, put human DNA with gorilla DNA to make this super soldier. No, that's for real. They actually did that. It was crazy.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me like with the different animal species. Damn. Okay, that seems good. Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
Wait, is there a comment? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to add in this little last piece. Just another time announcing this. All members will get a $40 value of merch if they sign up for Amoeba. To be a member of the Comics Lounge, that's 2 stickers, 1 bracelet, and 1 t-shirt. The shirt is a value of like $20 to $25. I set it for members to buy it on their own after they're a member at I think it's $16 or so. The one is $15.60. The other one's like $16.60, $17. It is a $25 t-shirt typically. But you get that for free included in your membership. You get a bracelet that I'm designing right now and 2 custom lounger stickers, all for the price of your membership. That's the $2 membership, the $5 membership, or the $10 a month membership.
Yeah, if you want to go baller status, get that $15 membership. This is under the table. You send money directly to Chris.
No, do it legit on YouTube. Don't listen to Alex, otherwise he will use the money.
Wait, what?
For what he's doing in the library.
I said give it to you, not to me. Unless you go give me that money. Just reroute it to me. I'm gonna see it in a comic book that you send me. So like in a Bible, it's gonna be like in a trade paperback cut out and there's money in there. Yeah, we
Alex,
will never.
why are you reading your comics so fast?
Because half of it's missing. There's like money everywhere. Oh, speaking of which, hey, did you know they fixed the covers for DC?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Let me show you. I picked up the Green Lantern one because I was at my comic book store today to pick up some comics that I got paid yesterday. So I'm balling out. No, I had a budget. I stuck to it. And I wish I could ball out. There's
Well,
no way.
Alex is looking for that. Thank you to the 5 people watching live. It's absolutely awesome to have you guys watching live.
They went back to the original design.
They went back. Nice. I
And they're
like
doing-
the minimal trade.
I know. I love how DC does these minimal trades.
Yeah.
But yeah, they went back to the original design. I'm happy about it, and they're redoing some of the. They were doing all but 2 covers because the other 2 were originally planned. But,
Okay.
like the Bane one looks awesome, looks badass. The other female Green Lantern, they just took the talker out of her hand. Which, okay, I guess so. Let's go with that. Blue Beetle looks nice. It's like Pride and everything. I mean, not Pride.
Yeah.
Like fireworks in the background and everything. Renee Montoya, as the question. I know they had like foods around her. They just took out the food. They kept the flag behind her. So yeah, I'm glad. I was happy. I was so close to not finding this out because I was just waiting for because someone was ahead of me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out to the new this week's selection, and then I saw it. I was like, ah, sweet, so amazing. I love it. So I'm glad DC is learning from their mistakes. All right, that was my little sidebar.
I'm all good. I'm trying to help Spider's Lair join. It's not letting him change his settings for some reason.
Oh, what's happening with them?
So it won't let him access the camera or the microphone.
Oh.
So
Is he using his computer or his phone?
he's trying the computer first.
Maybe try to do it on the phone. I know sometimes the phone won't work unless the computer. Sometimes if you have to use Google Chrome if he's not using Google Chrome. I know you have to download it. It's kind of a hassle if you could do it for the first time.
Yeah.
But on your phone, it works. Maybe
I told him to
try
update browsers and use Chrome if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason Safari works on the phone, but it doesn't work on the computer. It's weird.
I know, it's weird. Oh, here's another cover I think you might like.
Okay. Is that
It's Raven.
Raven?
I know.
Nice.
I ordered the Starfire one for number 2.
Very cool.
I mean, I like it. The artistically is nice, and I've always had a crush on Raven when I was younger. I'm not enough to admit that.
I always thought Starfire was where it was at, but
they both are. So, then you're gonna love next week's then cover.
Oh yeah,
I'll show it to you next week.
I'll take a look at it. I honestly haven't picked up very many DC books in the past few times.
Yeah, me either.
I think
I'm only going to pick up the Hispanic Heritage Month variants and this Blood Pack because they're nice covers. Those are the only DC I'm going to be picking up.
So yeah, this I picked up, but I mean, really, it's my wife's book, Harley Quinn 20.
Ooh. Oh wait, is that the anniversary?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought that was coming out this week. The 30-year anniversary for her?
The anniversary one did come out this week.
Man, I wanted the anniversary one.
This was a $6.99 because it's the annual, and I love that cover.
I know. I think you just like Harley Quinn.
I do love Harley Quinn. My wife is actually thinking about getting a Poison Ivy Harley Quinn pinup tattoo.
Oh.
I picked up this one, and so this is not like your typical sexy Poison Ivy cover, right?
Oh, that's fine. I know
This
you're
is
disappointed.
very artistic. No,
I
I'm
know.
honestly not. So
I know. I like that. Like, what?
my LCS owner Chet, and also our lounge sponsor, good old Rhinos Comics. And
I
him
love
and
how
I
you.
were talking about it.
That was a smooth transition to the sponsorship.
And he's like, they're very sexy without trying to be. Like
I know.
it's very well done.
I think it's the colors and the shades of the colors that make it like sexy. Like sexy doesn't always have to mean like body image and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted that variant.
Like
Man, I totally forgot
this
about that.
is Harley Quinn 21.
Yeah. Like, but the flowers and
Um,
everything and the tone of it is amazing. I love that cover.
I've always
What?
been curious about this book,
What?
and it's not one that I would typically pick up. It's definitely a reader copy because there's some massive spine ticks on it.
Is it My
So
Little
I
Pony?
did get it for a nice discount. But I'm curious about it, not just for the artwork,
Mhm.
but for the story, because it seems like a very interesting story. I was listening to the artist talk about it on Whatnot, and it's very cool.
Oh shit! Wait. What's that?
White
What's it called?
Widow.
Oh my god! That looks like a cool cover.
So like it does have this
Oh, it's by Archie.
massive spine
Archie.
tick on it.
No, it's Absolute Comics.
But again,
Yeah.
I'm looking to read it. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay,
I like the cover. It's all sparkly and shiny.
yeah.
I love shiny covers. That's cool.
So Soul Twice, Spider's Lair is here. He's trying to connect the settings. It won't even let me add him because he doesn't have his. They need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream.
I guess once he goes, I guess Soul Trice will want me on. See how it is, Soul Trice. After all the love and support I've given you, this is how you do me.
Another one my wife picked up.
Oh, that's nice.
It's Wonder Woman 790.
I like the colors on that one. The bright, vibrant colors.
And then this is the pickup for this week.
Oh, let's see it. It looks thick. No, it does.
It is. So Miss Marvel and Venom.
Oh, I picked up the Peach Momoko variant.
I was curious about it to see what it was.
Nice.
Harley Quinn 30th anniversary edition of Wonder Woman.
Ooh. I like the minimum covers for DC. I think DC does a really good job with those without being, they're almost like Virgin variants without it being the price of a Virgin variant.
Agreed. Flash Fastest Man Alive, issue 1 of 3. This was the one that was very controversial.
How come?
Because it was going to have Flash on it, almost completely nude on the cover.
Come on. If they could show Batman's dick on and that thing, I mean, come on, might as well. Get with the people. Just put it as a black label.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Venom 10, which is supposed to be really awesome.
Oh, I picked mine up last week.
Okay.
Or was it earlier this week?
Flash 786.
Ooh. Oh yeah, can you get a close up on that one?
What is it?
Can we get a close up on that Flash?
Yep.
I don't know. I thought this cover was nice.
It was. I really like it. It's very interesting. I need to catch up on the Flash. In all honesty, I have not been reading DC lately. I've got a stack that's like this thick of DC that I have to catch up on. And then this is my wife's favorite cover of this week.
Ooh. Oh yes. I've seen that.
That's actually beautiful.
Like just her with the white background. That's beautiful. Simple, like what we always talked about. Sometimes less is more, and that is a great example of less is more.
And my favorite, because it is a J. Scott Campbell cover, and one of the best. It's actually going for like $40 now.
Oh shit! Dang.
He's selling the Virgin and the trade both signed for $51 when they're typically $100. this beautiful cover.
Ah, nice.
I saw 4 of these covers on Whatnot go for 10 plus
How much did you get yours for, if
cover
I may
price.
ask? And that really a
Yep.
variant? Wait, that's a variant, right?
No,
Oh, is this regular?
this actually one of these has to be the variant, don't they?
Yeah, I think the one with the multiple Harleys is the variant for the 30th anniversary.
So they're both Harley Quinn #1.
Oh,
So one of them has to be the
they
variant.
show both of them.
Um,
Oh, let me look
this
it
is
up.
cover. This is cover B,
All right, yeah, that's the variant.
and then this is cover E.
Variant, yeah.
So
Ew. Man, you're lucky.
yeah, my Chet knows me well. He knows what to set aside.
Without even you knowing or asking.
Yep.
He knows
Yep.
before you know.
Oh yeah. Whenever a new Spider-Man one hits the shelves, he's immediately like, "Oh, I'd put this one aside for you because I wasn't sure if you'd be interested in it." I really hope Spider's Lair joins because I really want to talk about something interesting.
Oh,
So
sure.
I'm just gonna talk about it.
You can only talk about it with him. I see. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, no, I want to hear his take on
I
it.
know.
So
I love it. I love his comments and everything. Like his intake on stuff.
remember
The time.
Spider-Man Shadows, I think it was.
Oh man, I don't. I haven't finished. I just barely picked up my numbers 3 through 5.
So that's the direction I want them to take Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, we already talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I would love to have that take, on the Garfield Spider-Man, going that route, like a what if, but actually
Yep.
being canon for that Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
I would love for that to happen. And like people like his family is affected too. Like meaning like or they're seeing this drastic change with Peter, him going through all this
Yep.
and becoming and like they're actually terrified of him. Yeah. I would love to see that.
Sorry, I'm trying to reply. Conchu. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh, I saw this message you about my shirt size too. I forgot.
I forgot to remind you. He sent me his size, or his address before the size.
Just send him a random shirt.
He's like, dude, here. Yeah. Oh, and Conchu, and this goes for Alex too. Let me know if you want the cringy logo or if you just want like the Stay Nerdy Comic Fam with the logo on the back. I am going to be doing Stay Nerdy Comic Fam with member of the Comics Lounge on the back of it too. So let me know if you want that one.
I think it'd be kind of weird if I wore a shirt with a white guy on it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So I meant to make that joke last week, yeah, and I just remembered it now.
You've been keeping it in the chamber for quite some time.
No, I just remembered it too. I forgot about it, but I remembered it when you mentioned it, like cringy. Oh, I know what that is now. I thought I got both these on. So I love both of them. Like,
Yeah.
It's always hard to choose. Like when you love two things, but you have to only choose one. That's why I'm so single. No, I'm just kidding.
And he said it.
Yeah. Anyways, you knew I was going to go that route?
You know, I mean,
you know me long enough.
I love being married, but at your age, single life is where it's at sometimes.
Watch your wife is going to pop on the comments like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck you just say, Chris? Like nothing?
Nothing. I said I love being married. I prefaced it. I found my Mrs. Lounger, and I would not turn back on that.
But if you had the choice, I'm just kidding. All right, let's not get Chris canceled and kicked out of his house.
It's
But
okay. I have the apartment out back to go to, as my wife calls it.
wait. Very quick. Have you seen the movie Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell?
No, I have not.
Oh shit. Fine, I'm just gonna make the reference. Danny McBride's character is like giving him a tour of the like this thing of a place over to go to like test out the experiment. He's like, look, this is a castle that I want to build. Like on this side, like I'm gonna live on top of this pyramid,
Okay.
like this pyramid thing. But if my wife, like, with my wife, but if she pisses me off, I'm gonna banish her to the other pyramids like across the way, the other side of the castle. I was thinking, if you piss off your wife, you're gonna be banished. Oh, that's cute, and that's how the little loungers were born.
I
No,
met.
they were born when they went outside of an outback. I'm just kidding. Steakhouse. I'm just kidding. In case anyone was wondering what I was gonna say after outback, unless they went to Australia, I don't know.
Alex. So, what do
He's
you
not
think?
denying it.
I'm not.
Okay, go on. I'm sorry. What do I think about
What do you think of Tom Hardy's Venom? Should they keep him? Should they
Yes,
recast
yes.
him?
They should definitely keep him.
Keep him?
Maybe I'm just biased. I love Tom Hardy as an actor. I think he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
I don't really have favorite actors, to be honest, but the very few I do, like, it's weird. Like, I have favorite like music artists, my favorite artists like for like art, but not really for movies. But Hugh Jackman's one of them, and Tom Hardy's one of them. They're the very few that I actually like will watch all the movies. I think he portrays Eddie very good. He has that
Agreed.
look, that, and he has the size. Even though he's not as, I'm glad they didn't make him like so muscular like they like make him like for like other roles.
Yeah.
I like that they just kept him like that because he really looks like he's fit on his own. So I like that they have that character like that version down. Because I know in the comics he's big and brooding, but I like this Eddie, like this version of Eddie. Like it's
Agreed.
like more. I guess you could relate to him more too, because oh yeah, I know you could probably relate to a big muscular guy, but if it's like someone's like average, you relate to the character more like what he deals with and everything.
And I mean, like
Minus the
Tom
symbiote.
Tom Hardy seems muscular for Venom,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I'm pretty sure he
we're
put on
talking
muscle, but
about. Go ahead.
yeah, it seems like he got fit for the role, but it's not as big as like with Bane or Bronson
Yeah.
or Warrior, where he put on a massive physique, and he was more defined in his muscles. But this one,
Yep.
he looks like just like right, not like, oh, you have to be a pro athlete to have this, or be somebody like Bane who works out. Uh, you spend your whole life working out.
I wouldn't say perfect cray cray, but I definitely say it's
Oh,
up there. I
I'm
don't
just
know
kidding.
who else I would have him play.
He's
Or
better than
have Venom
he's better than
be
the other
played
one.
Venom. Oh, for sure. But I already went over that at the beginning. Topher Grace was the ruin of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
That was the whole reason that movie flopped.
yeah,
And like I said, that church scene was so cringy because Topher Grace was at the bottom of that cathedral.
yeah.
If he wasn't in that scene would have had so much more power, and it could have easily found him just walking past the church. He did not have to be at the church. He did not have to be wishing for a way to kill Peter. Like, that did not have to happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it really didn't have to happen. Thinking about it now, like if it was just Peter there struggling,
Yeah.
yes, it's just because it's his own struggle.
Yep.
Like it needs to be just him in that scene struggling to like not cope, but realizing what the suit is doing to him. He needs to take it off,
Yeah.
and everything. And then with Eddie Brock, that version is there. It's like seems like a cop out. I'm pretty sure. I think that's just like they didn't want to make another scene of the symbiote finding him. So okay, let's just do a 2-in-1. Him struggling
Yeah.
and Eddie Brock's happy with me there, the coming down on him. And
Well, like
then
the cutting back and forth between Peter and Eddie
yeah.
was just sloppy. Like
Yeah. I guess
it
if
could
they
have
had to
easily
do
had
it,
been like him ripping off the suit and then after the symbiote falling onto him. Like he hears like this dripping and this whatever in there after hearing the bell. Like the fact that he was right there as soon as the bell was going off, it's like there's not a single church in this world that has the bell right near where everyone worships.
yeah.
Like, come on. That
I
was just stupid.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, like, yeah, have the scene with Peter. Then okay, after this, if they really wanted to keep in there him playing to kill Spider-Man,
Yeah.
then having it coming out. Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
man, we should do an edit. Just like edit and see how that would look.
Yeah.
It's gonna look dope. Too bad we'll get sued, probably. If we show
I
it here
don't
on
know. I
YouTube.
mean,
What if we
if
show it
we
on our
could
channel?
pull it off, we could do a what if episode.
What if movie edition?
What if
For all your
Topher Grace wasn't Eddie Brock? And what if they didn't make this scene as cringy as possible?
yeah, it's not even the good kind of cringy.
Yeah. It was the worst cringy possible.
What's
Like-
what's cringier? That scene or Peter
Dancing.
Parker dancing?
Dancing all day.
Wait, did I
That-
see that meme about She-Hulk?
Yes. The symbiote scene did not have to be in there,
Yeah.
but the dancing scene really did not have to be in there.
Yeah.
That scene was pathetic. There was
Yeah.
no point to it, no reason for it. It was over the top stupid. And I
Yeah.
stand by that to the day I die. There was
the day-
no reason for that.
It's gonna be on your tombstone. In the back. I hated this scene.
By then I'll probably be able to like put the scene in the tombstone. This scene sucked.
This is why he died. I'm just kidding. No, but did I say that She-Hulk meme though?
Yeah, the twerking one.
Yeah, no, the one with him and with her and Toby. That there's only one person in the whole multiverse who could handle this big green booty. It wasn't like a still of like her twerking and Toby Maguire
Yep.
behind her.
Saw that one.
Oh yeah, I can't remember if I sent that to you or not.
I think you did. Yeah.
And that's my sister sent it
I
to
think
me.
I had a
thought it
couple
was so
people
funny.
send that to me.
That was so fun. Like this is the caption, this big green booty. It's like, oh my god. Yes, Nutmeg. Oh, if you want to see my puppy. Mine, excuse the mess.
Oh,
She
puppy.
She's gonna be
All good.
3. I still call her a puppy. She was crying at my door, so I was let her in. She's so weird. She's so cute.
I
She
keep
loves
like
some-
jumping between comments and creating this banner, and every time I go to do it, it erases the banner. I'm like, crap! I need to rewrite this all over again.
People, stop commenting. Let the man work.
No, don't stop commenting. Just keep commenting, and I'll get to them in a minute.
Yes, Nutmeg. I don't have anything for you.
I'm surprised my dog's been as quiet
He
as
wants
he
to-
is.
Nutmeg, do you want to say hi to the
Aw.
people? Nutmeg. Not
His
about
name's Nutmeg.
Oh yeah, her. Her name is Nutmeg.
Her name's Nutmeg. Okay,
Yeah, Nutmeg.
that's adorable. Hi.
She was 4 pounds when we got her, and now she's
That's
24
crazy.
pounds of pure muscle. She's actually
Oh,
very
yeah.
strong. It's weird. She's a toy
My-
doxy.
That's how our mutt is. She's 30 pounds and she is fast as can be. Her
Oh,
legs
yeah.
are skinny, but like you can see the muscle like in her shoulders, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like, why'd you stop growing at 30 pounds? And why are you just absolutely brolic as can be? Like, what the hell?
I know. Like, yeah, she was like when she like stands up or on a chair like windowsill, you can clearly see her muscles everywhere. I was like, dang. It's weird because well, she has excess skin, which most animals do to protect themselves when in a fight or something.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be sometimes where she's like laying and she looks fat, and then she gets up all muscular. I was like, dang. Yeah, she's a dash hunt slash Tory Rat dog. No, slash Rat Terrier mix.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Don't mess the banner up.
I made sure to spell check it.
Hey, oh yeah, you kind of have to because you're a teacher. So if you don't do it, we'll make fun of you.
Hey, I'm hoping more people join too. So, like I was saying earlier, the money. I'm hoping to take some kids on field trips. I want to take kids to go see Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
I want to see people. I want to take kids on a field trip to go see Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Oh my god, that's going to be amazing. They'll love that.
So yeah, that's the 2 field trips I want to go on, and I don't know how much it will cost yet, but I want to make sure that as many kids as possible have the ability to go. So this is kind of like a fundraising style of doing it. We're also going to try to do a fundraiser throughout. So
support
please
the
join,
kids.
support the kids, and any other profits.
Oh, yeah.
Any other profits go to supporting the channel. So like
less
being
than
able
20
to use
cents
StreamYard in its fullest capacity every year. We put up the money for that. Being able to like go to Comic-Cons and promote at Comic-Cons, that helps to pay for this. Hopefully one day we'll be able to have like a booth at a Comic-Con. That will be where this money goes. So basically, as one of the guys that I always used to follow when he was doing his thing on YouTube was Metaphorical, and he always said, please join to support the panel and the channel. And that's what you're doing.
Damn,
you're supporting the panel
rhyme.
And you're supporting the channel. So
I like that rhyme. I like that. That's catchy.
Yeah.
It keeps in your mind, yeah.
My hope is to actually get some kids onto the channel.
Oh no!
There he is.
I mean, I have to censor myself.
I finally made it. Greetings, everyone.
You're finally here.
Oh boy, so I had to go through hell. I'm sorry, everybody, for being late. It's my first time doing this online, so I had to actually steal my girlfriend's phone. I call her the Lady of the Lair. She'll be around eventually.
Whoop! And there he goes.
As soon as he appears, he's gone.
Where's Soul? Did he see him?
Is Soul even here still?
I don't know. I haven't seen him. We've got 6 people watching. He's back.
Yeah. So what I miss?
You missed.
So basically, we were talking about what if Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker gets the Spider-Man symbiote gets the Venom symbiote in Amazing Spider-Man 3, and then they kind of play out that storyline, Spider's Shadow, from the comics last year, and that ends up leading into Spider-Man versus Venom, and then they have to team up in the next Venom movie to take down Carnage. So almost like it leads into like a Maximum Carnage, Absolute Carnage storyline.
Oh, that's actually going to be cool if it's going to go in that direction, because I can't see them pulling that off with what already. Look, Tom Maguire's the GOAT, but that time has passed. I don't think that he could have even pulled it off. But Andrew Garfield, I don't know. I mean, I feel the first movie that he did was awesome, but the second movie, I don't know, cockiness, arrogance, the things that Spider-Man already had got over. And so when you're going into this whole Maximum Carnage series, like, these are things that Spider-Man already been through, and I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure if he can actually pull this off. What do you guys think? I really don't. I don't know. I gotta get more information on it. I mean, pretty much. I would like to see it be done like that, because honestly, that Maximum Carnage was like a great series, and I really liked it, but I just don't have faith in the movies lately. I mean, I did like the last Spider-Man that came, but Marvel's been a mess, and the only thing that's really protected, thank God, is Spider-Man at this point. But I mean, have to really think on this because that's a lot. Wow. So you're saying that this movie that's going to set him up with Venom is also going to lead us to the Maximum Carnage series as well. Is it going to be like a Spider-Man 4, then a 5? Or are they trying to tie it into one movie? I hope they don't do that. No, I hope they'll do it in one movie. I hope they...
That'll be too much to do in one
I think
movie.
it's going to be... So, like, Amazing Spider-Man 3 is coming out. Then you're going to have Madam Web at some point. And then obviously there's a Venom 3. And then Morbius, I believe Morbius just got greenlit for a sequel after its success on Netflix. I think they're going to try
Morbius
to do
got
something
greenlit from
new
Netflix.
Morbius.
Okay. All right.
Morbius was trending on Netflix for like 3 weeks straight. It's crazy.
I watched Morbius and I thought
we want it again, so put it back in theaters. Then everyone was like, "Oh, we were just joking. Like, we're not actually going to go see it." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, well, actually, let's put it on Netflix and let's make it trend."
I think it would be interesting if they use Venom 3 as like a second, like with Spider-Man versus Venom. I think that'd be cool to save on not time. Well, time in terms of, like, we don't have to wait years and years to get that final showdown with Carnage. If they do that, have the Venom 3 be that. Be the Spider-Man and Venom meet up, or them going at each other. Because at the end of No Way Home, it's like, yeah, we should go see the Spider-Man guy. So they were aware of Spider-Man. They want to see him. So I think Venom 3, they should use that. They should definitely do that storyline. Take 2 birds with one stone.
I agree. I think it should definitely be drawn out.
And then just make a movie just titled, I mean, Spider-Man or Venom, I think they should just title the movie Maximum Carnage. I think that would just be amazing. Instead of saying Spider-Man Maximum Carnage or Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage, I think the title should just be Maximum Carnage of a movie. I think that'd be really cool to see.
I agree. I think Amazing Spider-Man
3 I agree with that too.
Film. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. I agree with that too, but with that title I don't agree with, only for the fact that we got to understand too, like, if you haven't read the comics, like the original stuff, and if they're going to stay to the core of the story, hopefully they do, a lot of people not going to know what the Maximum Carnage even is about. I mean, I liked how they tied in the movie where this is what I'm confused about. So you see at the end of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and he dreams and he's in, I guess it's not Toby's world, it's the other guy. And he's in his world. Yes, he's in Tom Holland's world because that's the Spider-Man he sees. So the Venom that's coming out now for this one, it's not going to be the same Venom, I'm assuming. The Venom that's going to be in Spider-Man 4, it's not going to be the same Venom.
We're talking about Spider-Man.
That's what I'm asking. Is
Spider-Man 4
no,
with Tom Holland or Spider-Man?
It wouldn't be the same Venom because the one that the Venom that's in the movies now that showed up at the end of Tom Holland, that has to be a completely different Venom then.
Yeah, the one in Tom Holland.
Like what he did was he pretty much accidentally. No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, because Tom Holland's Venom would be different. Because like it dropped, like the little symbiote goo, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm gonna
because I did hear. I even heard. Yeah, because I heard how even the symbiote sounded, and it sounded a little different. So my question though is, if they continue with this, I mean, so I guess Garfield's gonna be the one that picks up the Maximum Carnage, which that would be fine because, like I said, Tom Holland's like late to the party. Tom Maguire's already, his time has passed with this. I mean, if they were gonna do it, I mean. I was really upset with Spider-Man 3. That's like, I don't know how you guys felt about the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3. I mean, we got Bully Maguire. That's the only thing I loved about it. Listen, we got Bully Maguire forever. But honestly, when I saw that movie, I don't know about you guys, but it totally, like, I'm not going to lie. I only watched it once. People sent me this for years. I'll show you guys. I got Blu-rays, DVDs sealed. I would never open it because I couldn't understand, like, they took the greatest villain. They weren't ready to do it yet. No, they took the greatest villain and they chumped them. They weren't ready to do that kind of that Venom yet, you know. So
Yeah,
I
we were
just
just
felt like
talking
when
about
I
that.
saw Spider-Man 3, I was like, oh, I just hope that in Spider-Man 4 they don't do the same that they did in Spider-Man 3, which
Sold
I
twice,
have a
but it
feeling that it'll be
perfectly.
way better because we do have tech. What's up? What do you say?
Sold twice said Spidey
Spidey
3 was
3.
bad casting.
Yeah. So when
And,
you say
and
Yes,
I mean, I
I
can't
agree
I
with
can't
that.
argue with that.
when you say
It was horrible
I agree with
casting.
that
Topher Grace should have
because
never been Venom.
when you say Spider-Man 4,
it was like Sam Raimi had an Evil Dead moment. I swear to God, it was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
So I think there's a lag. I'm sorry. So when you say Spider-Man,
Yeah, no,
4,
I can hear you now.
You mean the Tom Holland Spider-Man 4, right? Not Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make
Okay.
sure. There's too many Spider-Man.
Yeah, so Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, I have a feeling they're setting up, and I think Cray hit the nail on the head. I think that's anti-Venom or a different version of Venom that is going to be in the MCU.
That
and
when they clash?
Yeah, it could be Agent Venom or anti-Venom, in my opinion.
But I don't want that Flash to
I'm
be
kind of
Agent
leading
Venom.
towards Agent Venom. I think that would be really cool.
But do you want the guy who plays
Oh,
Flash
yeah,
to be
Agent Venom
Agent
would be
Venom?
dope.
I think he could pull off Agent Venom.
Well, okay, he could pull off Agent Venom because, as we know, Flash Thompson was a leaner athlete, but when they had him be regular Venom, it was the worst. That 70s show, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
That dude was the worst Venom they picked. I mean, they usually get the villains right. They usually get them right.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand how he got dropped the ball with this guy. I mean, I look at wrestling, right? I always said this. I don't know if you guys agree or not. I don't know if you watch wrestling. Brock Lesnar, there you go. There's already Brock. Throw a Venom costume on that wrestler. He looks exactly. He even looks like Eddie Brock in the comics, but they never casted him. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know. But then, if it's not Agent Venom, and it ends up being anti-Venom, who would you want to be cast as anti-Venom? Do you want? I don't know that much about anti-Venom. Like, is he muscular? Like, I know that the host is the person muscular, lean, or
Black Cat played anti-Venom in King in Black.
Who did?
Black Cat.
Okay, I would love to see
so
that.
you could go female anti-Venom. It wouldn't be unheard of and not comic accurate. That would be kind of interesting, a way to introduce Black Cat into the comics or into the movies.
But do you want her to be in Tom Holland?
Yeah, why not? I would love to see that for sure.
Or do you want the
I don't know if I would want her to. I think I want her to be in the Madam Web movie. I think I want to see where they go with that before anything else happens.
You want her in the Sonyverse then?
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah. I agree.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's where she belongs, period. I mean, all these cool characters got to come over to the Sonyverse. I'm so happy that they did not destroy Spider-Man, because I don't know if you guys heard about the She-Hulk thing. They were trying to get him to do a cameo. They would have destroyed Spider-Man. They already destroyed Daredevil. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not even watching She-Hulk anymore. I can't. I really believed it was going to be something. The new She-Hulk that's on, I can't even. It's indescribable how horrible it is. That and Rings of Power. I don't know which one's worse. I'm going to say Rings of Power only for the fact that they spent $1 billion on making that thing. Where She-Hulk, at least they didn't spend $1 billion. That's the only thing good going for that show. So, I mean, they wanted to put Spider-Man in that, and I was like, oh, please don't do that. This is going to be an abomination. Thank God they didn't. I like that they really, over the years. Well, literally, he did show up. I was saying it would have been an abomination putting him in there. And Abomination was in it. I mean, that's another show that could have been really good. Had they just, I don't know, follow the comics just a little. Yeah. Just a little. Not even, even the stupid accident. Like, come on. You're going to tell me, I get it. Oh, Bruce Banner's wearing something to make him not Hulk out. But you're in a car accident. You guys crashed. The device is all frying, and he's still human? Dumb. Yeah. Why didn't they just do it the original way? She's a lawyer. She was representing the client that was pursued by the mob, and they shot her. he had no other choice but to give him his blood. But nah, it's all good. I can't take so the thing I worry about is I hope that they really stick to some of the story. Because like I said, once I saw Spider-Man 3, the original one, I was really this Spider-Man that just came out, I was really like happy with it. It kind of like renewed the franchise for me, you know? And it was really cool seeing all three of them together at once. That was awesome. And I don't know if you guys noticed this. So I'll just say this real quick. If you watch the part where all three Spider-Man, they land on top of the Statue of Liberty, did you guys notice that they fell in the order that they were in? Like, in other words, the first Spider-Man fell, second Spider-Man, and then the new Spider-Man fell right in the middle. So in other words, they did that. I don't know if...
Yeah, I'm disappointed about that they did their own poses too, their original poses in each of them.
Their original jumps.
Yeah, and the original jumps.
And if you watch, and I love the part when they do all their original jumps and they go down. I don't know if you noticed that too, but they sling their webs twice. They hook up together once and they hook up together again, and then they fly in three separate directions. Like they used it was almost as if, because I guess they're the same people. They were in perfect sync with each other. I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought, even though they're different, universes, they just were still in sync somehow. That spider sense, I don't know. They just picked up on each other, and I would really like to see more of that. But I don't think we're going to see them in the movies for a long time again, together like that again. That was something that the franchise really needed to reboost it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like the.
I don't know how you guys felt when. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The little small fact. I know it's like if you blink, you miss it. There's a little detail how only Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, only shot one web, but Toby shoots two webs out of his hands. Shoots one from each because he doesn't need to worry about the web cartridges, meaning he has unlimited web, unlike the other two Spider-Man.
Oh, that's nice.
I like how they did that small detail.
I didn't know that.
They put a lot into it, in all honesty. Like, every little detail about this was really interesting. And I can't wait to see what they do further, because I do want to see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man come back. Even if it's just in like a mentorship role for Tom Holland. Yeah. But I do want to see like all three of them in Secret Wars or some capacity in order to
I would kill to see Secret Wars.
Would you like it like a life story? Like Spider-Man life story, like him aging?
Yeah.
Kind of like
that'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yes.
I would love to see that. I loved how they did the life story. I love that like he ages in real time.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the life story. I'm gonna go over that eventually and animate it and just go over the comics like one at a time and just go through it. It's such a good story. It's very interesting.
A good story.
Yeah, I mean,
like really well with that.
I'm just really afraid to touch new comics. Is all. Like really, really new comics is all. That's all.
You mean like new comics, like comic books, or like
new comic Spider-Man stuff, like the new stuff that's all coming out. Like he's like, I don't even care about the gay Spider-Man, all that crap. Who cares about that? I'm not even worried about that. Oh boy, so good thing I'm here. So yeah, there's actually two gay Spider-Man coming up.
Chris, how did you not tell me?
I guess I'm not as in the know as I thought I was.
Dang. Because Chris is a big Spider-Man fan.
This is the Edge of the Spider-Verse that's supposed to be coming out. I'm not sure if it's issue 5 or 6.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Right. Oh, okay. Edge of the Spider-Verse, issue 5 or 6. I think it's 5 and 6. So
I haven't been reading those, so that's why I probably didn't.
No. I bought like the first couple because I don't know if you guys know this as well, but those covers, Edge of the Spider-Verse, they all are connecting covers. They connect to other books. They connect to an Amazing Spider-Man. I'm going to do the show once I get all of them, but I have about 4 covers so far, and about 3 of the Edge of the Spider-Verse covers come together with an Amazing Spider-Man cover and another cover, and there's 2 other covers. They haven't come out yet. I discovered this quite by accident. I just had my books out one day late, and I'm looking at all of them. I said, this looks similar. And I started putting them together. I was like, oh, this is a connecting. So I went online, and they were like, yeah, there's about 6 covers. Cool. And the Edge of the Spider-Verse, they do connect. So as I'm doing my research, that's why I find out about issue 5. It's supposed to be about an alternate Spider-Man named Web Weaver. And what happens in the story is that instead of Peter Parker getting bit by the spider, this, I guess, his friend, which I'm not even sure of the kid's ethnicity. I believe he's Hispanic. Pushes him out the way. I guess he saw the spider. Pushes him out the way. Got bit by the spider. Oh, and the kid's also graphics designer and a fashion designer in high school. So we see where we're going with this. So he gets bit by the spider, and I would be honest. This would be a good story if the costume wasn't so damn ugly. It's literally like yellow. It's yellow and white and black. It's really black.
Okay.
I don't know. The way it's designed, his name is Web Weaver. That's what he calls himself. Web Weaver, fashion designer. And he just look, I understand people want to be inclusive in comics. I get that. There's no need to be over the top about it, though. Like, this kid is just... I don't care about your sexuality when it comes to comics. It's fine if you want to talk about that, but that shouldn't be your whole entire identity.
Yeah, I see the image now, and it looks...
Are you pulling it?
Yeah,
So tell me what you think about that design.
I'm not gonna lie, like the way he's posing. What the make? Why are you crying? Sorry, my puppy's here. But yeah, like I have friends in the LGBTQ plus community, and I think they will agree with me when I say this. The way he's posing and everything, it's
over the top and it's ridiculous.
Stereotypical. It's very stereotypical, and it doesn't
represent the people correctly.
It could come off as offensive, like, okay, you're going to go with this stereotype of how gay people or gay men are presenting themselves.
Yep.
Like I see like that'd be very problematic. Just for the first few images I saw, I was like, okay, I can see how people may say, "Oh, this is good," and the other half of the community saying, "This is stereotypical. This is just a stereotypical like cookie cutout of what we think a gay man would do, or like how he would pose himself and how he would, quote unquote, dress himself if he was a superhero." Yeah,
because they have a variant cover that really made me laugh. So they show Web Weaver on the cover, and it's a bunch of heroes lined up on either side of the runway, and he's doing his pose, and I'm like,
I'm looking at this one,
and it's what you're saying. It's not a true representation of the people they're trying to represent, and I think Marvel's losing sight of the fact that you're catering to an audience that may not even want what you're presenting. Yeah, there it is, right there. It's hideous.
I agree. So
I would be down with this character if it wasn't that hideous. The costume's hideous. Look at this thing.
Yeah,
this is a fashion designer too.
There's another image. I don't know if you could find it of him posing, and it looks like the best I can say is flamboyant. And I know that's how they describe or present. Like in the early 2000s, I know. It was problematic then. It's problematic now.
Yeah, so, I mean, like it's one thing that we're gonna have
of what it could have been.
Oh, that would have been
this.
Nice.
I would have loved to have seen.
That I would have liked. You see that right there? If they would have made Web Weaver look like that, I would have been into the story regardless. But the fact that you're already starting out making him a stereotypical gay person, which is not representative of all of the LGBTQ community. It's not. It doesn't. I would feel insulted. Actually, it's an insult because it's a cheap way to sell a comic.
And not all gay men act that way. Some.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, some are flamboyant. Like no, I'm not judging them for them. Yes, but some are not.
No, not at all.
Like, you gotta find that balance. You just can't keep putting.
The balance is this, I believe. Your sexuality is your sexuality. Period. Yeah. Okay, if you want to be gay and proud, that's fine. You want to be a heterosexual and proud, that's fine too. But we're here for the story.
Yep.
We're not worried about what your sexuality should come up. Like, look, when you're seeing Peter Parker in the earlier days, and there was no real emphasis on his sexuality. Yeah. We know he liked Mary Jane. They wind up throughout the years getting together, and before that he's had Felicia Harden. He's also had Gwen Stacy. So he's got a couple of girlfriends here and there, but it wasn't really ever about the girls. Yeah. It wasn't about his sexuality. It was about him trying to find himself as a real person, and by him making mistakes, he realized that my job is to help people. This guy that they're showing it's not like he's coming out saying I need to do this for anybody. He's just I don't know. The story just doesn't make no sense to me.
Yeah, like
It's
it should
like
be like you're
he should be a superhero.
you're a superhero who happens not sorry that's who is also gay.
Yep.
I try to see. Does that sound negative?
Yeah.
No,
A
no,
superhero
I
who
understand what you're
happens to
saying.
be
I'm trying
gay,
to I'm trying to
not
word it
a
correctly.
gay
but
guy who happens to be a superhero.
Yeah, yeah, you
Exactly.
have to be a superhero.
Yeah.
Just like you're a strong superhero who is also female. Like it shouldn't like
Yep.
be like
Right.
solely because I think if you like solely make it like this is your sole identity. This is why you need to do this and that takes
Yeah.
away from you can't really relate to that because some people don't relate. That's the sole thing. Like yes, they know it. And yes, there are struggles, but those things you could do about it without letting that consume you.
Exactly.
Right. It's like what they're doing. They're trying. I understand. I get it. It's an inclusive world. And you're trying to include everybody. I understand that. But one, the people you're trying to include, do they even want to be included? It's not like I've seen online or anywhere that there was a huge demand for, you know, gay characters of any sex. I've never
Right.
heard of this before. At least I appreciate the fact that they didn't take Peter Parker and turn him gay somehow. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying I
Yeah,
have a
just
problem
let
with
him
gays
live
or
his
anything like that.
character.
I'm just saying they didn't change his character. At least they had the decency to, do a whole new
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. Which
He
I
But
just
what
has
I'm
a
appreciate.
saying
romance
is,
with Deadpool.
yes.
Well, I think I think one thing that a character that comes to mind who was done right, who was gay or lesbian, was Kat Kane, Batwoman.
Yeah.
She is lesbian, but
Right.
it wasn't like her sole thing that like her stories and everything. I read her comics. It's not like very prominent. She's lesbian. She's brought it up because there's some things she
Yeah.
deals with, but it's not the sole center of her story. And
Oh,
I
there goes
and
Spider's
I
lair again.
oh man, and I appreciate how they did that with Batwoman.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't such a prominent thing. Like it wasn't the sole topic of her.
Exactly. Another
I
one
think.
that I thought of was Harley and Ivy.
Yeah, Holly and Ivy. Yeah,
Yep. Like they
they
meshed.
smoothly went into it. Yeah,
Yep.
it was a gentle transition because in the
Yep.
beginning it wasn't. She was only with Joker, but then they made
Yeah.
it into the story. They weaved it into there, and that was done right.
Exactly. They moved it in a direction where it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're in a relationship with someone who is completely toxic, and then you find a relationship with someone whose only toxic trait is her skin, that obviously jokingly, you start like, I feel like Harley doesn't become gay at that point. She becomes more pansexual.
Yeah,
She's
you could
attracted to
discover that
someone
about
who,
yourself later in life.
yeah, like she never realized that she could be in love with a woman because she was always with the Joker. Like she didn't have anyone else in her life that was like, oh yeah, I should, like, this is who I'm attracted to, because the Joker was always there and manipulating her and doing his thing. So
Very true.
But I mean, it is what it is. I like that they are doing more to kind of branch out their characters and their heroes and include more stories like that.
Yeah.
Does it have to be done? Obviously not. Is it something that should be done? Yeah.
Yeah, like it's nice to have it, but
But
do it in a way that is like really
exactly
representative of the community you're trying to go for.
Yeah.
And don't make it so stereotypical. I guess there are people like that. I mean, who are flamboyant, then yeah, that's fine. But don't at least have, if you're going to do that, you might as well you should have another character who's probably in the same community.
Yes.
but the opposite. So you representing both sides, whether it's male, female,
Yep.
like so it's both sides. So that was having like okay, let's say the first gay Spider-Man just being
Yeah.
overly flamboyant.
Like Wiccan and Hulkling. I never would have guessed reading the comics that I started reading with them in it that they were married. Never would have guessed that. It was a side story to their main story. And
Yeah.
they meshed well together, and they weren't flamboyant at all. They were very different characters. And Wiccan, being the son of Scarlet Witch, I wouldn't have thought like there was no reason for them to ever explore his sexuality, but they decided to push it in that direction, and it felt natural. It
Yeah.
didn't seem like they were pushing that on people. It just seemed like it was naturally that way.
Yeah. Just like with Dakin, Wolverine's son, that was natural.
Yep.
Like how they explain his sexuality.
But then you've got like Superman's son and one of the Robins, and it's like, really? All of a sudden they're gay? Come on.
Yeah,
Like they just kind of like flipped a switch to make sure, oh, we need a gay superhero. Here he is.
Yeah, I would have been fine with him being gay if they transitioned it. Not if they like wouldn't if they took more time. And what I didn't appreciate too, I think this could also go to the stereotypical aspect, like when they announced that he was gay and they started releasing variant covers, they made him look more feminine, which I think that yes, there are some gay men like that. Not all gay men are like that, but did you really have to make him look feminine?
Nope.
I'm nothing against people who look that way because I'm all for it. I have a friend who's that way, and I'm like I support him and everything. But like if you go to like represent a group, you shouldn't say this is like the group. At least have like back and forth. Like they even made his partner look feminine too.
Yep.
Like both characters were feminine. Like, okay, is that the message you want to send? That if you're gay, we should make you look feminine?
But you don't see them taking Ivy and Poison and making one of them look masculine.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, they're both exuding.
It makes
like,
it seem like gay is a bad thing.
Yeah. Like, okay, like Poison, Ivy, and Harley, okay, let's put more of the male gaze on them now that there's two women together. And for men, let's make them a little bit more feminine. So we're like two masculine men. Like I'm fine with both. They could be both feminine looking, but is that for all the variants I've seen, most majority of them are them looking feminine. You have like at least switch it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I have a coworker who their pronouns are he, she, and they.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's a natural born male, but again, he identifies as he, she, and they. So basically he I don't know what the true term is, but like sometimes he dresses very masculine. He has a beard. Like he is very masculine in his features. But sometimes he'll wear earrings. Sometimes he'll wear like a skirt or dress, and it's
androgynous, I think.
Possibly.
No, because not cross dressing. Cross dressing is if he's solely. I think it might have to be cross dressing or androgyny. It's one of the two. One of the two. It sounds like one of the two. Yeah.
But and he identifies as like he is transgender. So
okay, then that's different. Then it wouldn't be cross dressing or androgyny. No. That's totally different because if you identify, let's say, as male, female, then you're dressing as the other gender, then that's that. But if it's transgender, I guess it's just life. Not like it's like a not lifestyle. It's just fashion choice. I think at that point, yeah.
Exactly, and I mean, it really is just like how they dress. It's not their personality. They don't look any less masculine when they wear earrings or a dress. Like you can still like if I just took a picture of his face, you would say he's a man. Like it is what it is. Like You don't have to take a character that's a long-standing character, have him come out of the closet, and then magically overnight he's this whole brand new character that dresses very feminine and talks feminine, and his mannerisms have changed. Like, that's not how it works. And it's almost like you have these very like just one-track minded men writing these characters with no research, no understanding, but they want to fit this little, they want to check off this little box and say, yep, we did a gay character.
Like, it's insulting
that's not
too.
how it works.
It's insulting, like, oh, if you're gay, then you automatically change.
Yes.
It's like as if one day is like basically kind of saying you had a choice to be gay.
Yep.
And you know, not saying that, I mean, it's coming off like that if it's like automatically everything about them changes. I mean, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
but
they need people to do their research and really try to write this well, not fill an agenda or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, real quick before we do sign off for the night, all of my current members, you are a part of this. Don't worry. Just message me your shirt size, message me your address so that way I can send the stuff out to you and get it to you as soon as possible. I'm going to try to send everything out at once and order everything all at once. So it probably won't be until I'll probably do 2 shipments, one in like middle October and one at the end of October.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be 1 shirt, 2 stickers, a bracelet, and I'm thinking something else. I'm not quite sure exactly what yet. I want to kind of like see what else is out there for merch. And then it will also be some new spam cards. So spam cards are basically like the old one was like this. It's basically a business card with the QR code. It obviously won't have our old giveaway on it anymore, but it is just like this. We'll have the new logo, the Comics Lounge, a new QR code, and then on the back it will just say live every Friday night, and then you guys can hand them out. I'll probably put like 10 in a box.
Nice.
That way you guys can hand them out to people and be like, hey, come watch the Comics Lounge.
Just put on people's car windshields.
Hey, it works.
Hey,
when I used to do my motorcycle channel, I used to literally just hand them out to cars as I was riding. They'd be like, oh, what are you filming? I'd be like, hey, I'm filming you. Here's the spam card. You'll be on the channel. And it was really cool because I got a lot of people to come watch and whatnot, and it was a ton of fun.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
And if you pay an extra, Chris just might hand deliver your stuff.
Depending on where you are, yes.
And actually, it depends on how much you pay him. He just might do it.
Anyways.
Well, not like that. No, I mean,
I know. I knew you weren't going there, but
that might be some. If Chris is okay with it, message him. I don't know. I don't know what he does on his free time.
Take care of my kids. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, everyone.
This week will be a fun little theory I have that is based on Spider-Man again and Scarlet Witch this time.
Ooh.
So check that out. And I'm also going to try to do a what if every week. So like this week was what if Bucky Barnes was the person who killed Spider-Man's parents in the MCU. So we'll kind of take it from there. And this week, I don't know what it will be yet, but those are going to start coming out probably Wednesday or Thursdays. I've got a stack of books that I want to offload again on Whatnot. So come check us out on Whatnot. Make sure you follow us there. 200 follower giveaways coming up soon. I'm at a little over 100 right now. We were able to get 70 or 80 in one live show. So hopefully we can continue that trend. And then, yeah, I can't wait to do this again next week, episode 6.
Episode 6.
So let's do it.
Yes, thank you,
All
Chris.
right, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Alex, for coming. Spider's Lair, if you're watching or somewhere in the interwebs, thank you for coming. And I know it was kind of tough with all the technical glitches, but we'll figure it all out and we'll have you back on. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and as always, stay nerdy, comic fam.
Have a good night.
You too.